Well, welcome all to join us here for the Writers Circle for November. The usual suspects are here today. So because it was Halloween, I'm going to read a scary campfire story. The Beast. There's a beast that lives in those woods, and there are marks on the trees, and that is not a place where you should go, for that is the territory of the beast. It scratches marks on the trees where it lives, a beast that you would have the luck to only cross paths with once. A beast that feared no animal. You know when it was near, for you could hear its ungodly howl pierce the night sky. You'd be a liar of a man if you said it didn't scare you down to your bones. Bones of men you would be if you weren't scared of a beast so feared in the night. They say it casts no shadow and leaves no footprints. But the smell you know blows on the wind without a sound, a stench much like rotten meat, and the breath from the mouth of the beast, a rotten smell like you were face to face with its fangs and eyes that glue in the moonlight, a glimmer of light you would not wish upon any man, and fangs the size of a man's hand. The beast is told to have a bite so strong it chews through bone and best at meat and flesh. It eats the animal whole and leaves nothing but scratch marks in the trees. When you can see the marks on the trees, you know then that you have gone too far into the woods, a place you should not go, for there is a beast that hunts that forest. So you best not go into the forest where the trees are marked. The beast lives there.
Woohoo, mama!
The spirit of it.
Yes.
So my name is Robert St. Germain. I have 2 poems to share. This one has some curse words in it, so be prepared. Okay, this one's called Love Fucked. Here it goes. Like him you fucked up, it's easy to see. Locked up inside, never to be free. You can screw up your mind and turn you to shit. The pain and the torture will never quit. The line between fantasy and reality gets blurred. All the suffering is so absurd. Just like Jesus up on a cross, wishing the demons would just get lost. Going psycho from the regret. The fun has just started, it's not over yet. All these memories stuck in my head. Says I feel like I'm better off dead. In my mind I scream so loud. I recall when I was so proud. Is there any light ahead? This lasting forever fills me with dread. This one's a vampire poem. It's called Vampire Troubles. Here it goes. Sometimes I wish I could walk in the sun, though if I did I would burn into ashes in front of everyone. In my soul I would not hurt a fly. Unfortunately someone must die so I can still survive. Blood tastes so good, but it feels like sin. I feel the ecstasy as I pierce the skin. I feel a rush from head to toe as my victim lies lifeless in the snow. There's always a risk that a mob will find me, so I must enjoy my moment of being free. There's so much trouble for me ahead. Sometimes it's a curse to never be dead. I feel so much guilt for the loved ones of the dead. The praise extremes still live inside my head. May one day this affliction will be gone, for now I must take shelter before the dawn. There you go.
Okay, hi, I'm Cassandra, and my first poem is called Late Night Walking, and pretty self-explanatory. It's about walking at night. The promise of static, the night hypnotizes. Brightly colored lights in the dark, the city bubbles with danger. Hoping to escape it, a chill in the air. For the victim, life is not fair. Rain-streaked streets, cars pass through awareness, all going somewhere, lost on a neon wave. Don't know how to behave. Just focus on where you're going, hoping no one stops you, robs you, assaults you. Futuristic vibrations, electronic salutations. Why are you out so late? Question yourself as you follow your direction, wishing for some kind of protection. Almost where you're going, nerves on a wire, people talking. Do they conspire against you? Invent yourself, city girl lost in a modern dystopia. A heroine braves the black cold night, feeling alive, feeling the fright. With the comfort of home left behind, the urban landscape is both beautiful and terrifying, especially in the dark. Yes, you're here, you haven't missed the mark. Safe and sound, you look around and go inside. Somehow you've arrived. Thank you. All right, and for all you Comic-Con fans out there, This is a poem about Comic-Con. A sea of people surges with a purpose to collect, impress, redirect, to purchase rare finds while trying to unwind. Anime, horror, and superheroes, supervillains, and anti-heroes. You buy patches for your jacket, t-shirts and comic books. Jewelry gets a second look. Take a picture with the Star Wars cast. Now we can take a break at last. Costumes everywhere. LARPers are also there. Someone wants to take your picture. A Victorian vampire is what you are this year, with sharp fangs to make people fear. Lectures are a lot of fun, but this year we can attend only one. We arrive early and leave late. The experience was worth the wait. Elsa and Anna from Frozen are there. Fingerless leather gloves and pins are your treasures. I'm so glad we could do this together. And this last one was about a small town that we visit every year called Gimli. Okay, titled Gimli. This is our spot, a small Icelandic town. On the beach we walk up and down. Have some drinks at the Ship and Plow, a small bar out of the way. Autographed pictures on the wall. This year instead of summer we came in fall. We had a swim at the hotel pool, relaxed in the hot tub, stayed in a business suite. Quiet this time of year, it seems like the town is asleep. Flatlands coffee is the best. People come from miles around just to get it. Shopping at the local boutiques, we can't afford much, but always find something unique. I get a calendar featuring the northern lights. You get an ornate notebook in which to write. Some people might be bored by this sleepy town, but we love the peace and quiet all around. Once a year we take this retreat, hoping for some sunny days, but we'll make the best of even rain or sleet. Now that our vacation is done, we'll look forward to next year being this fun.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
We got two, my name's Henry Peters, yeah, right, yeah. We got two poems here, short.
Nice and loud.
Okay. First one's called Come With Me. Let's sail away to deep blue seas. We'll spend the days lost in a breeze. The truth we'll share is of no other kind. It will bear what our souls will always find. Oh, how our love will flow so pure, higher than the skies above shall we go, my dear. So come, take my hand and discover a feeling. We'll search for the land that our hearts are dreaming. This place I'm thinking of lies within our soul, surrounded by the love that we have found. The end.
Very nice. That's cool.
And now for something a little different called Shatter Bones Dance. Pass me water. Yeah, being on medication, you get dry mouth sometimes. Okay. Shatter Bones Dance. Shatter these bones that ache to crumble, and sprinkle these ashes of an ill-begotten history into the light of day, where all that is weak and diseased will be seen at once and blown away to whence it came. Construct me your tower of Babel, and leave me to curse for the storm of renewal, to begin its slaughter of all that is worshipped and believed for the sake of a more complete emptiness of the cups which we already drank. Let me be the executioner of the blood-red sky, if only for this one special time. Dance with me in the poison of all that is grime, and never say it's too late for the lust of our enslavement to beg for more. And inject mine eyes with all the power of your most decadent delights, and quit this weary path, so that I may feast on the torments of your visions. Let it be so, I ask no more. That's all.
So I'm James Adamson. I have just one poem today, but it's 7 pages long. It's called The Turbine, and all my poems are the glory of God and to go into with love.
Amen to that.
Thank you. Can you use a double-edged sword? It's not either way like a board. If you see a fighter, it's not the point, but it's not either alcohol or a joint. The power of creation in its grandeur can be through anything the next door. Even when you fight, it might make sense. but what could be worse, $1 or a pence? This is not about a dry river bed. It's about all the thanks we are fed. There is power behind the harvest. Our hearts pound in our chests, in our vests. There is power in the world, yet there are fruits and flesh that furs it a whirl. The word of peace and unity, of peace of a mesh of a community. To watch the crop grow is not power, irrigation flow. To plant the seed with water and soil is like prayer and religion and toil. Yet we on our bended knee is the place where we need to be. It is not the same to ask as it is to receive thanks for the task. Yet where would we be if we didn't look to the sky to see? The means of knowing true power is inseparable from building a tower. We can harvest the power of water, a simple mechanism, a metal flower. The birds in the sky upriver, the same abounds like bare liver. The Lord of the harvest is real, just the same as plants grow surreal. Our greatest dreams don't compete with thousands of years of peat. The mind can fill with a cornucopia, our thoughts swim in an encyclopedia. How to get through to mankind, there is something greater than what the hand can find. Thousands of years of many religions, 20 years of hatred for one block region. Walking the city like a hamster in a cage, no one can see to the next stage. All hope seems dashed against the rocks, yet the message is there of hope of city blocks. The grid stretches endlessly, even its nature and beauty and blessedly. It is the appreciation for water that it supplies our city brothers, daughters. In all the lights and appliances and TVs is a waterfall, a moment of rain, a moment of ease. All appearances blend with substance. When we see, seeing is a trance. We focus on confirmation, we see the mystery is affirmation. How we learn to love is a mystery, but contrition offers advice to sacristy. The word may not be power, yet the endless opportunity of vision will never sour. All things intermingle. Here comes a celebration, jingle, jingle. He says it's not true. He says he's not the true fulcrum, but we see a feast of autumn. We have known the power of a river forever, yet now we know to thank the silver. Such a small thing in comparison opens the world, a miracle in everything. We dance and dance on the day of picking. We sing and sing while the threshing. Sometimes it seems we try to forget. Tomorrow needs love and forgiveness, no bet. Why we try to distract ourselves, well, the party the same rings the bells. Church and children will arrive, hoping fun and work have not idealized. Nature spins around upstream or down, and even the center is only a part, a mere crown. It is in everything, no matter how small, all the lessons of the universal so tall. Scripture teaches us to place a mystery in where God comes from and eternity. He offers advice in how to fulfill, telling us to be calm before the thrill. The vibrance of all creation makes us all so cretins. School points and says how it works. It's so easy to look and see the forks. There is a cost quite extreme, first felled and denuded and quelled. Fishes caught downstream, even lost in a ray of beam. The threat of any ecosystem destroyed, and we aren't much more than annoyed. We can't blame all our gifts, even if we try with fists. We will take a handful and run. Money is so fun. To divide out the spoil from the chance, the destruction from the protuberance. No one can ever said, let's build cities, because it will be a grand pity. We can still rein it in while the news makes it a spin. Architects and engineers, artists and musicians, do we threaten those who produce a kick in the shin? Where do we draw the line to give natural gas seems sublime? It's more than the fall of the Ukraine. If we don't help in their war and the crane. Overrun with those who call power the ability to kill, trample, and point, you cower. The surface of things is a beautiful substance, while watching blood spill as evil collapse. How much gore before you said your fill, before you know what you create, you kill. Again, it is so superficial, to prove truth is there so sacrificial. The light shines from the darkness, we can only hope to look beyond this darkness. If we don't try to facilitate a world that offers give and take, where finding comfort in the truth is seeing his suffering is beyond ruth. There is a limitless forest where we toil or fight or rest. There is so much stuff for us to have, we barely see the means of quarters or halves. Holding the world's earnings, pointing to the eagle screaming, seems to be half a benefit, among half a feather's fit. Work, young man, in the field, there is no promise of the yield. Admire your muscles and the mirror, offer desperately more for your child's fear. Can you see beyond your saliva the death of a seed to rival? The dear confusion of riches, whether you are of prime stitches. The engineer is quite a nerd. Society, it seems, eats raw curds. Everything admirable has its reverse. All occupations can seem perverse. The devil is in the details, but so is God. We trample, yet makes paths while we trod. Intensity of the world can become owned, an extension of one's childish boned. Fruits and chickens and cows, dogs, cats, fish and sows. Everything has become an insult. We said aroma privileged to have the salt. They don't want what we have, we don't want what they have. All our lives teach us lessons. Fundamentally, they are our dead sons. Back and forth it goes. The dam has been destroyed as it flows. No intention is in the machine that so much is made for the crime and cream. It all falls so easily. To everyone else it seems silly. It threatens so much everyone points, just so they don't see the point. Doink, doink. Let's not make people suffer now to believe we prevent it from the crowd. Love is for everyone, even the criminally insane. Yet if I lost a child, the pain of who to blame. I try to end this in a happy note. Go to the Riviera on a boat. Give your words of good in life. Hope I haven't cast you into strife. Things seem quite simple, a teenage, a pimple. If we love as much as we can, all the mystery is a hot day and a fan. Comfort is not such a bad thing. It's a kind of invitation for a fling. Maybe the river needs not a turbine. The endless peace would be just fine. No one will ever erase the banner we run with and the race. The apple you bite right now turns you to yesterday, tomorrow, and wow. Thanks.
I'd like to thank all the writers and all the people who came out to present today, and hopefully we'll see you again in the future. So tune in next week, same bat time, same bat channel.